Hey guys, it's Brandon here, and in this video I'm going to present to you real quick 3 of the best deals right now in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. It's going to be a strictly numbers video, right to the point, so you know right where they are. Let's get into the video now. You'd like to invest in an oceanfront condo at a beach resort. I'd like to show you how they make profit and break down all their expenses so you understand how they operate, how they appreciate over time, and how to choose the right property manager for your goals. I'd also like to let you know what your HOA includes, how the location best services the tourist booking your unit, how your tourist can navigate the area to the best attractions, restaurants, and local events. I'd like to give you a market report on the resort that you're checking out today so that you make savvy investment decisions. And if you stay tuned until the end, I'll show you my top picks for the units that have appreciated the most in our market or generated the most gross rental income. So no matter if you're a first-time investor, a seasoned professional transitioning into the real estate game, or simply a casual investor who wants to buy an oceanfront condo to rent out while you're not using it for vacation. Whether you've got 15% to pay down because you're financing or you're a cash buyer, if it's an oceanfront condo you're after, you'll be better because I'm aiming to give you a 10 times return on your time for watching this video to the end. All right, the first deal on the list is going to be at the Palms Resort in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Now, guys, I just helped a client put a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom under contract right there at the Palms Resort for $300, and I can't tell you the amount, but anyways, it's listed at $350. Now, here's the deal. She did buy it under the ask price. I can tell you that. Here's the deal. It's the cheapest 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom on the market right now, which means it has some of the least amount of risk and some of the best upside for your money in our market. Now, there is one other listing that's a 3-2 at the Palms, that's oceanfront, on the market right now. So if you're interested, give me a call. Your 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, ask price was $350. Your down payment at 25% is $87,500. Your gross rental income variance calculation, we have you at $70,502.33. Your Airbnb platform fee, that's 3% of the gross rental income. That's going to be $2,115.07. If you take that away from the $70,502.33 up top, you are left with a subtotal of $68,387.28. Now, your principal and interest annually on this deal was $23,664. Your property taxes in 2023 were $2,989.01. Your excise tax was $553,000. Now, your excise tax, guys, is going to be a $145 base fee for your first $2,000 in gross rental income, then $6 for every $1,000 you make in gross rental income after that. Your local hospitality and accommodations tax, $2,115.07. That is going to be 1.5% to the city of Myrtle Beach and 1.5% to Horry County. Now, your electricity is not included in the HOA fee at the Palms. I've got you at $150 a month for 12 months. That's $1,800 for the year. And then your annualized HOA dues were $14,232, bringing you to an operating expense subtotal of $46,353.08. If you take that subtotal away from your subtotal up top of $68,387.26, you are left with a projected profitability of as much as $22,034.18. Now, let's dive into the appreciation. I know I'm going fast. All right, so in 2014, if you would have purchased the cheapest property in 2014, oceanfront, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, yes, you would have paid a whopping $140,000 for it. You fast forward to 2024, the high-priced, the best one that sold, making the most money in 2024 was $510,000. Yes, that's appreciation to the tune of $370,000. Yes, that's $37,000 a year in appreciation over a 10-year period. Superior to most 2-bedrooms, efficiencies, 1-bedrooms. You get more bang for your buck. You make 2 to 3 times the amount of money in appreciation when you buy a larger oceanfront condo compared to a smaller one. Guys, who says that oceanfront condos don't make money? Now, Southwind, that's going to be another one of the next best deals on the market. Now, this one has a $1.2 million price tag. It is a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom. Your down payment at 25% is $300,000. Your income based on unit 508 is $141,000. I did find a 5-bedroom, I want to say that made 164 out there. Anyways. Oh, no, excuse me. That was North Beach Towers. Made 164. So Southwind, let's just leave it. I found one at 141. Gross rental income, unit 508. Your Airbnb platform fee was $4,230. If you subtract that from the 141 in gross rental income you made, you are left with $136,770. Your principal and interest was $81,132. Woo, it's high. It's $1.2 million price tag. Now, your taxes, $9,638.49. Your excise tax, $979. Your local hospitality and accommodations tax, $4,230. Your HO6 insurance obviously isn't included in the HOA fee, $1,500. And then your annualized HOA dues, $13,680, bringing you to an operating expense subtotal of as much as $111. $111,151.49. Now, if you subtract that from the subtotal up top, you are left with $136,770, bringing you to a projected profitability of $25,610.51. And I know what you're thinking. Your cash on cash return is only 9%. You're thinking, well, why in the world would I spend $300,000 to only make $25,610.51? Well, if you followed the channel anytime at all, you know you also collect appreciation and some tax write-offs that make this deal even better. That appreciation in 2015, if you'd have bought the cheap condo at Southwind, the cheap 5-bedroom, you'd have paid $595,000 for it. The high active listing right now on the market in 2025 is $1.2 million. Yes, we're talking $605,000 in appreciation. That's $60,500 a year. That's why. That right there is why you spend $300,000 to make $25,000 a year and to collect another $60,500 in appreciation. Now, moving right along, North Beach Towers. And people might get all iffy with me on this one because I know you're seeing some red numbers on the screen and you're like, how could this be a good deal? Let's get into it. All right, 541, 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, 1 half bath. It's a $1.689 million oceanfront condo. Your down payment is $422,475. Your gross rental income based on another similar unit, unit 1601, it made $164,550.98. Your Airbnb platform fee is that 3%. That's going to come in at $4,936.53. If you subtract that from your gross rental income, your subtotal is $159,252. Excuse me, $159,614.45. Your principal and interest was $114,252. Your taxes, property taxes, were $13,758. Your excise tax was $1,117. Your local hospitality and accommodations tax was $4,936.53, and your annualized HOA dues were $31,980, bringing you to an operating expense subtotal of $166.43.53. Now, if you subtract that from the subtotal up top, you are left with a loss of $6,429.08. And I know you're thinking, well, Brandon, why are you showing this deal to me? If it's not making money every year, why would I want to buy it? Well, number one, it's a $1.6 million place, so you know it's absolutely stunning. But let's talk about the appreciation. Guys, 2015, if you'd have bought the cheapest 5-bedroom there at North Beach Towers, you'd have paid $965 for it. You fast forward to 2025, that's now $1.5 million. Yes, that's $535,000 in appreciation in only 10 years. $53,500 a year you're making in appreciation. My question is, would you carry a $6,000 loss to make that $53,500 every single year? In most cases, lots of people would, especially if they get the personal use out of the condo as well as the tax write-offs, which you can't beat being able to write off all that interest and depreciating that condo against your taxable income. I believe you should invest in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because this is the fastest growing area out of the 150 most populated areas in the entire United States for the last 3 years in a row, according to U.S. News and World Report. This helps to insulate our market from many of the ups and downs that the rest of our nation's real estate market experiences. This can help you have a more stable rental property. I believe you should invest in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because they have a tremendous upside when compared to money market accounts and the stock market, due to the appreciation they earn and the potential of higher annual yields through their gross rental income when compared to these other investments. Money market accounts and the stock market don't have the upside of added appreciation. I believe you should invest in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because while our prices have risen and have held their value, we're also much cheaper than other places like Florida. Where else can you go and find an oceanfront condo for as little as $100,000? If you're getting into the real estate game or expanding your current portfolio, the bang for your buck is sitting right on the Myrtle Beach, South Carolina oceanfront. Well, guys, that wraps up some of the best deals on the market right now. If you're interested in investing in an oceanfront condo or a commercial property, and you need someone to run the financial analysis and help you make a calculated decision, you pick up the phone and you give me a call. It's 843-360-1737. I believe you should invest in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because you can enjoy and increase the passive income of your oceanfront condo through the 20 to 22 million tourists that visit the #2 vacation destination on the East Coast each year. Not only can you enjoy the equity paid for by visiting tourists, but you can also anticipate the over 100% appreciation experience at many of the oceanfront resorts in our market during the recent decade. I believe you should invest in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because you can depreciate them, reducing your overall tax burden, keeping more money for you and your loved ones, and ensuring unnecessary taxes aren't paid.